that you stay with your boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
How are you getting along with your boyfriend right now? One thing we need, especially all the boys need from the girls,
Mm-hmm.
that the sex pleasures.
Mm-hmm.
How do girls consider the friends with benefits? What was your first, friends with benefit experience like? I mean, did you ever?
You're very well spoken, so thank you so
This
much.
is Vikas. Vikas.
You could call me Mako.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Well, it's going good.
Yeah.
Not very good, but everything is okay. Okay.
Oh, I understand that. It's like
Exactly.
kind of like so. It's okay.
Definitely, yeah. But I'm a kind of happy man, always try to
Mm-hmm.
be joyous about the things. So you can define me
Oh.
as an optimistic man. So I'm okay with the things.
Oh,
I'm
really?
stable. Yeah, yeah.
It seems like you have a very optimistic mindset. It looks like actually your eyes look very happy.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I appreciate that actually. I don't know, but because I'm a kind of, exuberant person,
Mm-hmm.
always having energy to put my energy into the things. I always speak like that. I always try to get along with the persons. So
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's lovely. I like that. Exuberance is a really good word. I haven't heard that one. So exuberance. I love that.
uh-huh. There are a lot of words actually. Vibrant, vivacious.
Wow.
Yes,
Yeah. Vivacious. Oh, I love these words. These are
a kind
very.
of animated person. You
Yes.
can use
Ah,
this.
I like these words so much. You seem to be an interesting person.
Miss, I got a topic for the day. Would you like to go with this topic? Because,
Yeah, sure.
we are running out of the times. We do not have that much time.
Right.
So I think it's the best time to get with the topic. Can I?
Absolutely. Yes, let's go.
All right. It's a very intriguing topic. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So the topic is, what's your opinion or thoughts or views about, friends with benefits?
Oh, that is a good question.
Exactly, exactly. I have been reading your bio, all right,
Mm-hmm.
and you mentioned there that you stay with your boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought this could be the best topic to discuss with you
Mm-hmm.
right now because
Yeah,
you
why
have
not?
gone through these things, so you know better. You might
Mm-hmm.
have had these knowledge. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Well, in my experience, I've never had a friend with benefits, but I've known people who had, because it's quite common in, well, at least where I was from in the United States. Like, I think a lot of people do that. I wouldn't do it, but I think that it really doesn't matter what other people do. So it seems like they get something that they want out of it, and they both get benefits. So
Exactly. So
it,
how do you make of this? Is it bad or is it a kind of good thing? I mean, it differs, according to the person's behaviors or choices. So how
wow.
do you from yourself? That's what I want to ask.
Yeah, that's a good question too. I wouldn't do that because personally, I think it's a bad thing because I think that it's impossible to be friends while also doing something like friends with benefits. I think that it's hard to separate the relationship between being a friend and then you might accidentally fall in love with the person and then it gets complicated. So I think it's better to either become partners, like you want to date each other, or just stay friends.
Uh-huh, I see your point. That's very logical. I appreciate
Yeah.
that. But how about, other things? Like in contrast, if you're not
Mm-hmm.
into the relationship, but
Mm-hmm.
rather you are having the friends with benefits kind of
Mm-hmm.
arrangement, someone, I mean, there are plenty of benefits.
Yes, there
I
are.
don't know about the girls, but when as far as I'm concerned or the boys are
Mm-hmm.
concerned, there are a lot
Mm-hmm.
of things you can enjoy. The
Mm-hmm.
first thing, you do not have to splash out the money for every shit. Exactly.
True. Yes.
First thing, okay. And the second thing, you do not have to be pretentious or
Mm-hmm.
fake all the time. You do not
Yeah.
have to, just show yourself always that you take care of that person. You are
Mm-hmm.
always standing by side of that person. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
these kind of, things are very, very hectic and very
All right.
complicated.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, it could get pretty hectic, like you said. That's true. There are some benefits to that as well. I think it also depends on labels as well. Like a lot of people, especially, in society, we like to keep labels on things. It helps us to organize people socially. And when some people would look for more of a commitment, they want you to be called their boyfriend or their girlfriend. So they might prefer, okay, let's not be friends with benefits, because there's kind of a taboo when you say it in the US. There's a little bit of a taboo. Like, it's not something that you would talk about with your parents, for example.
In
Or
India too. In India too, actually.
yeah,
In India
it is?
too.
Okay. Oh, it's the same.
Definitely.
Okay. So it's kind of like
Yeah.
this taboo topic.
Exactly, exactly. But to be very specific, I believe, this is something that is going very much, they are naming it as a relationship, but everything happens with the benefits. I mean, if I am
Right.
doing something from you, I anticipate that you're gonna be doing something
Oh,
for me.
yeah. That is very honest, don't you think? Yeah, because you're going into the relationship or the friendship knowing that this isn't doing things because, we love each other or anything. It's because we want to benefit from one another. And I think that's very honest if you put it like that. Like, you don't need to
Exactly.
be fake in that regard. That makes sense.
But truthfully speaking, when boys are considered, I mean, especially boys, I mean, they definitely lose many things when they get into the relationship.
Mm.
Why am I saying this? The most, I have had the experience of these things. When you get into the relationship,
Mhm.
at the end, when you break up, when you split up with that person,
Mhm.
I mean, you have wasted so much money, and at the
Mm.
end, you are not gonna have anything. I mean, you will not get return
Right.
a single penny from that opposite,
Mhm.
opposite gender. And
Right.
that's really awful. That's really atrocious. And of course, I mean, girls do not lose many things. Of course,
Mhm.
it's a kind of one thing we need, especially all the boys need from the girls,
Mhm.
that kind of sex pleasures. Exactly,
Mhm.
I'm not wrong. And hence we get into these things. I mean, friends with benefits, and
Mhm.
it's a good actually because you can enjoy the feelings because just have an instance that someone who is chasing the goals or dreams,
Mhm.
they do not have the time, they do have the amples of opportunities or
Mhm.
responsibilities in their life, and they are obligated to do all the things, and at the same
Right.
time they have to enjoy the life. Then they do not
Mhm.
have the time, to give the time to some person, to just make the bondship or relationship stronger.
Mhm.
The
Right.
rest would have the friend with benefits, provided that as long as the other person is okay with that, is fine with that.
Yeah, that makes sense. That is the thing, like consent, knowing that both people are aware that this relationship is going to be this. We know what it is. It's going to be transactional almost. I get something, you get something, rather than like you said, at the end of the day, if the relationship breaks up, then yeah, usually I think that it is the man who is losing financially a lot. And that also is so dependent on, like, keeping in mind when you are in a relationship to keep things more equal. I don't know culturally how it is in different countries, but like more in the West, a woman try to do like the split the bill, don't make the man pay for everything. It
All right.
depends.
So just one question more. Actually, I want to pop
Mhm.
out right now. How do girls consider this word, friends with benefits?
Yeah.
Agreement. I mean, it's
Like.
of course I know because girls might be considering it in a bad way because
Mhm.
they respect their body, a lot.
Mhm.
They
Mhm.
need to, I mean, get along with anyone, with any strangers. They need the
Mhm.
time. They because they have kind of insecurities,
Right, of course.
most of the girls, to be
Mhm.
honest, and
Yeah, I
boys are
agree.
completely free. They just want that thing only. I mean, to be
Yeah.
honest, I have been into that friend zone things. And
Oh, I understand.
so, how about the girls? What do you think? Like,
Yeah.
how girls does it consider?
Hmm. I I almost think, yeah, you're bringing up a good point, because when I think of friends with, just from my perspective, I think it's like I always have this negative, like, depiction of it. I don't know why. It's not that I think that it's a terrible thing. It's just like usually in society we consider it like kind of a bad thing. But honestly, if I think, considering if that friend is the only person you're involved with and you're not dating other people, then it's fine. Like, to have a friend with benefits, but it's
So,
kind
so
of
you
hard.
haven't had any experience with anyone? I mean, what was your first, friends
Mhm.
with benefit experience like? I mean, did you ever
Um,
have
and
experience?
No, I've never had that experience before. I've only
You're
had friends who
I,
had that experience.
really?
Yeah, like it's just from an kind of like an outsider perspective from my friends who did it. It seemed a little bit chaotic because they started to have feelings for the friends. I think for girls, it's kind of easier to kind of fall in love and fall in love frequently. So my friends were like easily of starting to love the person they were having that relationship with. And then it was chaotic because they were not in a committed, boyfriend, girlfriend. They are friends with benefits, but they wanted something more. So it was always complicated. Oh, hello.
Definitely. Okay. Yeah. One more thing. Definitely, I believe, in today's world, because of
Uh-huh.
these hectic days, you have so much to do. You have to take care of your parents. You have to, make money for yourself because
Yeah.
boys are generally loved with the conditions. As far as boys are
Right.
concerned, they are always loved with the benefits. Until and unless the girls would not get the money, and do not
Mm-hmm.
something. Most of the girls, they never,
Mm-hmm.
they never initiate the relationship with that boy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, how the positions definitely matters.
Yeah.
And boys' life are too hectic for the things. So
Yeah.
friends with benefits is a great opportunity to
Mm-hmm.
actually enjoy the life, without making the things complicated in a brief way.
Yeah.
Cutting the long story short.
Oh, that is a really interesting perspective because I've never really dove into this topic before, so I never even thought about it. But the way that you're expressing it does open up like a different perspective to me. So you make a very interesting like it's almost like
This
it's
is
not
the
an
reality
argument, it's like
actually.
a presentation. I love it.
The reality. Of course,
Yeah.
you might have thought that I'm not a good person or maybe anything, but this is the obvious statement that I believe because in most
Mm-hmm.
like relationship, they call it as a relationship, but
Mm-hmm.
they are just because of the benefits. To be
Yeah.
very, and we should acknowledge this kind of benefits. If we are getting the benefit, it's okay. And I believe that
Mm-hmm.
we are the human beings. We want to enjoy without
Mm-hmm.
without just giving a lot of time.
Yeah, I understand that too.
And it's me. I do not have much time to spare, I mean much
Mm-hmm.
spare time to hang out with the friends all the time
Yeah.
because I do a lot of things. So it's so much good, to just have the benefit sometime. Of course,
Right.
you have the bad intention for the person,
Mm-hmm.
and you cannot get into the emotions and feelings because at the end
Right.
end of the day, when you split up with that person,
Mm-hmm.
you just feel very low about the things, everything. You lose,
Yeah.
you just get into, something like a gloomy phase where you stop,
Yeah.
and that's a very hectic. And I don't want to get into it.
Of course, I understand that. A lot of emotional energy to be in a relationship, and especially if you're like a student or you're working, a lot of people don't have the ability to balance the two and be able to maintain a relationship. It's really hard. So I can understand why people do choose to like have friends with benefits. It makes sense.
And how about you? How are you getting along with your boyfriend right now? I mean,
Oh yeah, very very well in general. We have a good routine. It's like I just to be around him. It's just like free time around him. Even if I'm working and he is in the background, I am happy. So
amazing, amazing. Lovely to hear
yes,
that. Okay,
yeah,
we're running out of the
absolutely.
time, and I
Oh, it's a
appreciate your
nice
time
talking to
giving
you.
so valuable content that the things that you
Oh,
have said. I
I
love the way that
appreciate
you
that.
have.
Yes, thank you for talking today. You're very well spoken. So thank you so much.
Amazing, amazing.